Y'all can do better than that. Come on, Lloyd in the house. Come on.
That's how we do. When family walk in the door, you let everybody know that you're there and you hello. I'm your cousin, so-and-so. I'm your auntie from back in the day. I told y'all we was going to be casual. You didn't want to believe me. That's how we do. Come on up here. Come on up here. Well, now that he's got up to the stage, once again, welcome Lloyd. Thank you. Here you are, baby. Have a sit down.
Appreciate
Have a sit down. Let's get comfy. Okay. So let's just jump right into things.
Okay.
Ladies love Lloyd. They do. They do. And it seems like your music has a lot to do with love and relationships and street love and the South Side and the lessons in the love and now the King of Hearts, which I like, by the way, because I'm a queen.
Thank you.
What's all this love stuff? Are we in love? Are we talking experiences, things that has happened?
Well, love is the most important and strongest message in the world. So anytime that I can spread it or share it or, enlighten people who are in dark places with my music, then it just makes me a little less selfish, and I like that.
So were you selfish?
Well, I grew up with 6 brothers and sisters, so I had to share everything when I was a kid, from sleeping on bunk beds to, waking up to go to school and your little brother got your shoes on kind of thing, and you just angry, you want to fight. I grew up, I had to share everything because of so many siblings, so sometimes I can get a little selfish.
Okay. Oh, I was teasing. I didn't expect that answer, but that's real. That's real, though. And speaking of your brothers and sisters and your musical career, you started singing very young, like 10?
Very young, like 9, 10 years old, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you first got into your first group you were in when you were like 10, right?
When I was 10 years old, yeah. Yeah, actually, I got my little brother with me who was also in the group, but he was like 6 at the time.
Nice,
And
nice.
he's standing right there. His name's Chuck.
Wait, bro.
He's way taller than me now.
Don't you hate that?
It's crazy.
So when did you know, if you got in a group that soon, then you knew as a baby that singing was your thing, that was your gig?
I just knew I was special.
You are, wouldn't you agree?
I got in a lot of trouble because I couldn't sit still. I always was just, getting into stuff, making people laugh, imitating who I seen on TV. I remember playing baseball one year. I played sports every year ever since I was 5 years old. And one year,
nice.
I was playing baseball. They had me out way in the outfield, and I was literally sitting there the whole game waiting on anything to happen. It was just taking forever. No one was hitting balls out there, and someone hit a ball to me. And it hit me right in the
there.
It hit me right in the in
the special
ding.
area.
Yeah. And the reason why I missed it was because I was imitating Michael Jackson in the middle of the game, and I didn't even see the ball. I was just out there dancing and moves, and then it just hit me right in the. So I think that my mom always knew that I was special, but. Music was just one of many interests of mine when I was younger.
And like all of us in our lives and in our jobs, you have ups and you have downs, you have ups and you have downs. Mm-hmm. So you went from the group ended, but you have continued to stay on your grind. What's all that about?
Well, consistency and, just always being persistent, never really like giving up or believing that something is too much for you. Because we all are very capable of anything as long as you just apply yourself, you put your mind to it. And I think that a big part of of my excitement with music is always getting better. It's always something else I can do, whether it's playing an instrument or producing a record or, you know, adding a live band to my show. And there's so many different things that have happened throughout the years that I've grown that is still exciting. So
You have. It seems like each one is bigger and better and more fabulous. How did the Young Money thing come about for you?
oh well, those are just good friends of mine ever since I don't know since Lil Wayne first started saying Young Money, which was years ago.
Because you're from Louisiana.
Well, I'm from New Orleans, grew up in Atlanta, and me and Lil Wayne have worked on every one of my albums since my very first one. I always just really liked his music. You know, he's one of my favorite entertainers, and
I can see why.
and you know the fact that we have a lot in common, we have a lot of the same friends. It just makes sense.
So it was not a new thing for you. You had had a relationship and already formed the bond musically and
Well,
personally.
I mean, I remember when Lil Wayne would come to Atlanta, he would perform at these really, kind of ghetto nightclubs, you know what I mean? And it would just be pretty small and intimate, and we would all just go out to the show, hang out. After the show, we go to the studio, record a few freestyles or something, and, call it a night. And then next time we come to Atlanta, we hang out, or I go to New Orleans, we hang out. So it kind of just started like that, yeah.
Now, we do have, they are watching this live chat, and we want to ask you questions, too. Does anyone have any questions? Anything you want to know?
I got one back there.
I'm right
Hey,
here,
how you
baby.
doing?
Stand up. Stand up.
And while she's saying hers, you think of your next question and raise your hand so we can get to you quickly.
I was just curious why you didn't put the duet you did with Patti LaBelle on your album.
Well, what I did was I released it as a collective of remixes. Well, I think that I thought it would be more effective on its own, just as a collective of remixes. And I don't know. I mean, I had so much, so much music at the time that I just had a really hard time, choosing what I was going to use. You're welcome.
What made you cut your hair? Like,
I think just change, just growing, growing
you
out
miss
of
your hair?
out of old habits,
I like the long hair, don't care, though. I was going to
Yeah.
ask that, too.
Thanks.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Don't look so surprised. You knew the love thing was coming. I was going to say it earlier, but I said I'll wait when I was talking about all the love songs. Thank you. I'm so glad you said it.
How old are you?
Get it, shout it, get it, shout it, get it, shout it.
Big Matt's still gonna need to check an ID over there. No, I'm single. Yeah.
How you doing?
How you doing?
The music industry, as tough as it is, there's a lot of criticism for those called one-hit wonders. But my opinion is that a one-hit wonder is still somebody that actually made something of itself. So I kind of want to know what your opinion is of somebody that did get their one hit out there, and it's a tough business. So, what's your opinion of that?
Well, I think that I just think that I'm very fortunate to have more than one hit. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about that. But I think that for any person who's doing something out of nothing, because music is just sound that's basically taken out of nowhere, and people don't really understand what it takes to actually create something that people will love and enjoy and celebrate. So I think that anytime that you make something out of nothing, it's special, and no matter if it was one time or more than once,